Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia. Quick update on the Donetsk Front. Russian forces have captured multiple towns and cities, much no town and villages, and there's no city here, and it's looking not very good for the Ukrainians. So in this push up, this is actually around a 10-kilometer push, which actually that's what the Russians say as well. 10 kilometer. The Russians have taken Novomayorskoye and Prechysticka. So Prechystivka. So this represents a straight push, punching out, and they might be trying to encircle Uvleda. Although in the yesterday's report, there is signs through the Russian chatters that the Ukrainians are actually preparing a retreat or are retreating. So given this situation where the Novomayorskoye line, the Novomayorskoye Volodymyrivka line is kind of like utterly broken now, because out of the 7 or 8 towns, only 2 left. So this line technically does not exist anymore. Instead, they have this river line here instead, which is not important to the Russians. So the Russians are punching through. There's going to be likely to have this pincer movement to Bohoyevlenka. Not sure if the Ukrainians actually embedded themselves or entrenched themselves around here, but there's likely to be this pincer movement from both sides. So the forces at the Prechysticka is likely to go forward further to Novomayorskoye, and the forces at Vodian is going to go over to Bohoyevlenka. And on the other flank here, the Russian Defense Ministry say that they had captured the settlement of SLAVNOYE and SLADOKE. Basically, is SLAVNE and SLADOKE in Ukrainian. And this is peculiar because they had already captured this before. So by reporting this again, this is likely a recapture of these 2 towns, these 2 villages, which actually is village, which might indicate that the Ukrainians have actually recaptured, probably from Novomayorskoye. They probably have this counter attack. Maybe they took it again, and then the Russians actually counter and take again, because these 2 are very small towns or village. The Russians may not actually, especially for Slavne, is tiny. Maybe the Russians did not hold any troops there, or maybe they actually position very few troops around there, allowing the Ukrainians to actually capture it back. However, given how the unwillingness of the Ukrainian defense ministry to actually reveal any tactical or situation, in the final details, they do not report on how they whether they capture any positions, because they do not want to let people keep track of what is actually happening. So they probably have captured, and then they now lost it again. And then on the Donetsk city, call it the west flank, this main road out, there is this push. They actually claim it's actually a 4-kilometer push, so probably means that I had my 4 kilometers is from here. So that means Oleksandrivka is actually previously already under the control of the Lugansk forces, which I wasn't aware, because my border was actually a bit behind. It's actually here. So this 4-kilometer drive to capture Marinka means that Oleksandrivka previously was already under Russian control. So this looks like a major push, and I believe that they actually might want to go on to Hyorivka, and then Masimilyanivka, and then Korakov. From the Russian chatters, they say that Korakov is actually the main target from Marinka. They are trying to capture this. Somehow, why is this so important? I'm not too sure. Let me see. There's a bridge here. But there's a road here. Then there's a river here. There's a yeah, maybe because of the river here that it makes the crossing a bit harder to the north towards this side. And then by capturing Korabhov, they might actually be able to access this. This looks like a causeway, so this is not, they cannot blow this up. This is not a bridge. And then I believe this is also a road. Yeah, this is also a road. This is also a causeway. There's a bridge here though. This looks like a bridge. So they might want to capture Korabhov because of this bridge, and this will actually open up an entire new realm of possibilities, to put it in a very beautiful way, for the Russian forces to actually push up all the way to what I think is one of the primary objective, which is Pokrovsk. So Pokrovsk is actually, you can see this a major hub for all these highways. Taking Pokrovsk essentially, because to take Pokrovsk you actually need Korabhov. If you take Korabhov and then you take Pokrovsk, essentially you already have almost 75% encirclement of the entire East Army. Of course, on this part of the East Army is actually here, so this part might actually have a chance to retreat to Zaporizhia or Dnipro, to kind of run away. Not sure if they have the fuel and the vehicles to actually do it. According to a quick calculation I did in the exclusive video for my patrons, I currently now have six patrons. This is actually crazy. I didn't really expect to have this much support. I actually did in that, and the very short exclusive video that actually made a calculation on terms of the number of Ukrainian Air Force, aircraft, helicopters, and drones versus the numbers that actually reported by the Russian that they have destroyed. There's hardly any Air Force left in Ukraine, essentially. It will be a wonder if the Russians continue to report daily destruction of Ukrainian aircraft or helicopters for the continuous 1 week. That would means that actually they have friendly fired quite a number of their own aircraft. So as of my understanding, there's actually the Air Force for Ukraine is non-existent. So which means that for the Ukrainian forces to actually retreat and run, they're going to get hit by Russian air support aircraft like the Sukhoi 25. I get it right? Sukhoi 25, and also that helicopter with the two rotors. The name of the helicopter just Car something, right? Car 52, I think. So that is an amazing helicopter. The Russians are very happy with their helicopters. Of that attack helicopter, from the chatters that I've seen. Although they admit that the helicopters got shot down, but they say that in comparison to the number of sorties they are being sent out on, the losses is actually very logical. So the helicopters could easily fly over and take out any moving vehicles. So good luck to the Ukrainian forces around this region. I think they might not want to retreat northward, but they actually should go back towards Dnipro or Zaporizhia. Holding this position, it will get more and more dangerous. So because this force here is not Donetsk force, these are Russian military. So this is not the militias, not the mobilized conscripts from the Donetsk Republic, but actually they are Russian military. So these are the better trained and better equipped force as compared to the one on top, fighting in Popasna. So the situation for these forces here is precarious. I believe the Ukrainian leadership is definitely going to ask them to hold this little city, little town, this town here, or the small city here of Velika Novosilka at all costs. I believe this will be the order given to them. I'm not they will try their best to keep Korakov also. So this will be a tough fight as well. These two are the most vital towns in this theater of war here. So if this fall, then this entire region will be not possible to hold, because this is the hub here, and then the entire force will have to retreat to Perovsky, or move up and form a new line around this highway. But I think this highway is a bit too sparse. Yeah, it looks too sparse to actually entrench properly. They can entrench along this river. It could work. It could work. That means the entire Ukrainian force around this region actually entrench themselves along this entire river to kind of create a kind of barrier against the Russian forces moving any more westward. And of course, this also means that they're just going to watch their friends die over around here. So anyway, this is just a quick update in terms of the Donetsk front. Anyway, I just to add also, I have you can actually find this map on defensepoliticsasia.com/Ukraine. So stop asking me, where I can find this map, or stop zooming, don't zoom in, zoom out, or you should zoom out more or zoom in more. You can actually play with the map yourself at defensepoliticsasia.com/Ukraine. So you can also go to defensepoliticsasia.com. There's a link to go to the Ukraine focus page, so you don't have to type the whole thing. I added this icon anyway, Avdiivka, because this is a Ukrainian stronghold, and I feel that to give them the proper respect, because the Russians have tried or the Donetsk forces have tried to go towards to kind of attack and test the defense, but according to the Russian chatters, the defenses is just too strong for them. They are unable to penetrate. So that's the reality. If you zoom in hard enough, can we see defense lines? Do you see? This is. Can you see this? I think these are trenches. So there's it. So in this junction here, there's actually trenches defending this small little road junction. You can see another. You can see these are trenches, trench networks. This sticks, not sure what are those. Maybe flagpole or something. So anyway, yeah, the Russians, the Donetsk forces actually call this a stronghold of the Ukrainians, and they have been exchanging artillery fire, but so they are unable to break it down. So the Russian sources actually talk about trying to use the air force to soften the defenses and use artillery, but most likely cases they are just gonna bypass it and encircle it and stuff them to death or something. So anyway, yeah, I extended a bit too much on this Donetsk front, and then I will see you in the next update.